All right, so here is my shoulder day. I decided to back down a little bit, but some things I didn't get on video was my warm-up. I did warm up with a little bit of jump rope and everything else. That helps me get that little bit of pop and everything just by, bouncing on the toes, whatever, and whatnot, getting some kind of rhythm, I guess. Maybe me trying to be a little bit of an athlete doing an athletic movement here with these push jerks and everything. I didn't really have very good camera placement here because the bar's kind of in the way from the rack, but all that being said, I did 5 sets of 2 here with 135, and as you guys can tell, I'm just working mainly on the movement. Now, obviously, my lats are pretty tight, and that's why I'm having a hard time with my elbows being a little bit higher, especially after my deadlift day on Sunday. But for the most part, bar placement was still pretty good. Bar was moving fairly easy, but this is only like maybe 40% for me, so it was mainly moving the bar quickly, moving the bar efficiently, but also, as you guys can tell, I'm trying to have a decent control on the way down too, still working on my brakes in the eccentric portion of the lift. I still think that is so important. I was telling a young man this morning that was in there training with me, if he wants both stronger overhead and obviously bigger shoulders, bigger upper body and everything else, and I told him doing the controlled aspects of the lift, so the downward descent, the eccentric portion, is so important to keep the muscle under tension. Like, I had him do a set and everything where he had to focus on it, and he's like, yeah, it burns a lot more. And I said, that's good. You want it to burn and everything. And that's where this comes in here. I just started out with 95, okay? And you guys can see the mini bands are on there. And I do just progressive sets of 8. And I only do 5 sets of 8. So when I say progressive sets of 8, I move up just 10 pounds. Now, this is my shoulders. Some lifts are 20. So first set that you guys saw was 95. This set here is 105. So basically, you could do the math from there. I just increase little by little by little. But I'm also focusing on keeping tension throughout my entire body. I'm keeping my feet grounded as if they're rooted in there. I'm flexing my legs. I'm flexing my glutes. I'm bracing my core as if I was going to get punched. And on the descend part, I'm taking my breath in and I'm exhaling on the way out. So they're good, controlled, quality reps. And let me tell you what, my shoulders, they burned. They burned very well, and I was very pleased with it. I had a good pump going. And I felt that it wasn't taxing whatsoever on my central nervous system, which that's the goal of this week. I'm really starting to become a fan of 1 week heavy lifting and then 1 week almost kind of like a deload in a sense. But I'm pushing myself maximally in repetition. So I'm pushing myself with endurance and control. Just pushing like this last set here is when form didn't really break down, but I'm pushing to that point. So it's like, okay, I'm at 135 here, which, it's a 25 and 210s. I was just being lazy. Besides the point, it's starting to get a little bit tough. You can see I'm struggling a little bit to stay in control. And then that's where I was like, okay, I think this 5th set here is a good stopping point. Hypothetically speaking, I would make it to 8 sets and call it quits no matter what if I were still to keep going. And I wanted to hit a little bit of my pec, and that pec is feeling phenomenal now. It's sore, which is fine. There's no more pain. Where previously there was pain, at least a 3 or 4 out of 10 doing these exercises. And I did 2 sets of 25 here, very controlled, making sure I locked the weight out. And let me tell you what, it burned, and it burned just right. It was perfect, the perfect amount and everything. But with all that being said, I appreciate you guys watching. Please follow me at Paul Yeoman on Instagram. Please follow the gym at _basement gym. And please subscribe to the Hoisting channel here. If there's anything you guys want to hear, feel free, reach out. And thanks again for watching.